Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hangar rundown for the Gladiator Championship Arena Challenge. Today is day 5, and we have this nice classic hangar. Classic, it's not like silver bots, but it's some of the original component bots that came out after the Dash era. Most of these were in the game when I started playing, but these were the things these were all in the game when I started playing. So there's a line that you could draw. So let's just start. Over here on the left, we've got Strider with Redeemer and Magnum, heavy armor, last stand, lockdown ammo. This thing is useful. It's very good against the Hellburner because of the lockdown. And you can do great damage from 350 outside of the range of the Inquisitor, outside of the effective range of the Pursuer, and you can frustrate the Hellburner's weapons quite easily. Mercury is a problem for this bot though, for sure, because he can hit you from outside of range and doesn't worry so much about the speed. Then we've got Hellburner. I think this is the weakest bot here, Hellburner, because it's got two. It's got Ember, Blaze, 2 overdrives, and phase shift. The phase shift definitely comes in handy, and there's some potential to overdrives, but you have to be really sneaky if you're gonna get multiple kills with this thing, because you're also damaging yourself. I think it might be different if Splash was like 100% working correctly, but you're definitely having a hard time hitting stuff with those flames. Then you got the Mercury. This is probably my favorite bot. I kind of wish it didn't have Death Mark. I wish it had healing instead of Death Mark, then it would probably be too powerful, but it's got Avenger, Shredders, Death Mark, and 3 thermonuclear reactors. This thing is great. I love this. It's faster than the Inquisitor, longer range than anything here. The Avenger doesn't do a ton at range, but if you're outside 350, you can still hit them a little bit. And the Shredders are a bit better than the Avenger in that sort of range. And you can really take advantage of that. The ability, you jump where you want, you land where you want, you make a big boom. And in that case, the Death Mark is really useful. I don't think there's any bot here that's like really good against the Mercury. Strider does have a last stand, so you can't just chomp them with your stomp. Then we've got Inquisitor over here. Classic build, Exo Orkans. To be fair, Exo is probably the newest item in this entire hangar, aside from modules. It's got sort of a balanced build with healing module. We've got heavy armor and thermonuclear reactor. And this one's fine. It's slow. You'll see in this game, I get a slow start because I start in the Inquisitor, because I don't want to use up my best bot first. And I have a hard time finding engagements. That gives me the problems. It's Pursuer. The Gusts, as I said from previous videos, the Gusts are pretty weak, but the Pursuer's ability, combined with the duration and speed of the Pursuer's ability, allows you to get close. And then, because everything here's ability is a little bit more easy to interact with, except maybe, not pretty much. I mean, the phase shift from the Hellburner can be a little bit problematic, but again, that's 3 seconds and your ability is 10. You just need to keep that in mind. You get close and you kind of duck and dodge, and the Pursuer can actually do some work. Like, in previous arenas, the bots like this one have been, in my mind, not very effective, but this one's doing totally okay. I mean, it's still one you're going to be looking more to steal kills. I should specify it has healing module, 3 gusts, 1 thermonuclear reactor, and 2 heavy armor kits. So it's good for stealing kills if you can get in close. Just be careful not to waste your ammo. That's the key here. But anyways, that's the hangar. If you are grateful for this information, please like, subscribe, and put on notifications because I'll be coming down, dropping some more tomorrow. And you can leave now if that's all you came here for. But I've got one game. This is the second game that I played. First game I came second, but I still had a lot of fun. This is the most fun I've had in this Gladiator Championship so far. So let's get to that. So as I said, I dropped the Inquisitor first. So I'm looking, because I dropped first, I immediately because I dropped this between people, I immediately start walking away from the people who had already spawned before me towards the people who spawned after me. I figure the people who spawned before me are more ready for me than these people. I have plenty of cover. I probably should be checking my back more. I see these guys getting in a fight, and I'm like, if I carefully aim these, I'm probably... And I got one of the kills. So now I'm watching these guys. These are first and second. I'm like, definitely like to pick off one of them. I'm glad they're kind of ignoring me for now. Identifying the bots. Okay, Mercury and Pursuer. We see the Hellburner coming on the left there. I'm like, the Hellburner is closest. I don't want to waste my ammo if he phase shifts. So I'm gonna like do a little bit of damage. Now he's not in a really good range. So I'm like, okay, so he took them both out. Now he's in second. Now I'm in fourth. I'm gonna try to make him hesitate to come out. Right? And he comes out. He's having a hard time hitting me. Like, I would be in a much worse situation here if he hit me a lot there. He charges at me, I jump away, and I finish him off with a rocket. Not a problem. But reloading on these weapons is a bit of a problem. I take a big chunk of this Strider, but then he locks me down. I'm like, I just want to get that last stand, activate my healing module, and I actually managed to pull off the kill. I actually managed to finish off. I had a decent chunk of health left, but this Inquisitor showed up at just the right moment. Maybe I could have done something with that if I'd watched my back a little bit better, but, you know, I got the kills that I was going for. This guy, I'm going to try to play around at the edge of his range to see if I can dodge some of his attacks, and then I'm gonna go in for the kill. Boom, done, clean, simple. I think because he had just killed me, he had already used his ability, so just dealt with him. So identify there's a Pursuer over here. So I know his scatter is way worse than mine. So if we stay outside of like 200 meters, it's entirely my game. He uses his ability way sooner than he needs to. Like, you're under cover. You're gonna get closer faster, but you're gonna be... So I have a little bit of a hiccup with my controls here. As soon as he came out of his ability, I probably could have jumped over this building and just completely destroyed him. But I took a little bit too long to do it. And I landed too soon. But eventually I hone in on him and I get the kill. I almost get it stolen. I really should have moved sooner on that. So I try to hit this guy. He's smart and locks me down. He gets in close and kills me. Honestly, if I wasn't having trouble with my controls there, I probably would have done way better with Mercury. I see that guy going to cover, but then I see this guy who's weak, and I'm like, maybe I can get in here and mop up after this combat here. Just a moment too late, so I trigger this guy's last stand, duck behind the corner, count it out, and go back and kill. Then there's a Hellburner. I'm like, well, I can lock this guy down. But I don't really get the chance to. Just dash away from him and kills himself. If I had been a little bit more precise with my aiming, I think I might have gotten it. And then I lose that guy. Oh no, it's 6 kills. I'm in first place now. Honestly, and I'm having a blast. These fights feel so much more honest than the stuff that we've been doing in the other hangars. I don't know. Interestingly, except for the Inquisitor, the bots feel faster, right? And this guy looked away from me, and then this I managed to get far enough away from the Mercury or something, because I survived that, and within 100 meters, after waiting out his stealth, I'm able to deal a lot of damage to him pretty quickly, right? Know that the Mercury doesn't have any armor kits, right? So the Pursuer has a bit of an advantage there. This Mercury gets close enough though, and I'm dead. If I hadn't been flanked, I might have been able to pull far enough away from him, but. And here I am in the Hellburner. I don't find this bot to be particularly strong. Similarly to when I beat the Hellburner with the Inquisitor, I'm going to go try to face this Inquisitor and flank, so I kind of have to go out after him. I should have activated my ability sooner, but I was worried he was going to jump away from me. And I think I end up killing myself with my ability. I think I did do the damage to him, but now I'm out of bots. So I'm just going to, because I want to show you guys the score. Like, if I was just playing this for myself, I was just like, here's what the score. I'm in first. I'll probably still be in top 3 by the end of it. So but I'm going to stick around and see what the rest is going on here. Okay, so I'm almost, at this point, hoping this guy, enemy 5, gets the kill, because he is not in the top 3. But obviously there's nothing I can do to affect that. But he's in the Mercury, so I think his chances are pretty good. Yeah, this Strider gets locked down by the Shredders, and then that's the end of that. So now this guy's back into 3rd place. Well, I hope he gets more kills, because if he was in 4th before, he's probably a fair ways away from my 1st place. So here's hoping he kills the 2nd place player, stop that guy from passing me. Here we have the Mercury versus the Hellburner. So I really think the Mercury should win here. I can't see what his health is at, but honestly, Mercury can kill the Hellburner without even really letting the Hellburner get in range. You got lockdown, you got range advantage. For some reason, he goes towards the Hellburner when the Hellburner is phase shifting. He gets the jump in, but then he just gets finished off. It's like, if he had backed out of the Coliseum, fired at the Hellburner used his thing, you could shoot him even more. Once the flames reach you, presumably the Hellburner would have charged. Maybe he wouldn't have. I don't know. Again, I don't think the Hellburner is that strong. You jump away, he can't target you, he can't get range on you with his ability, and then you finish that Hellburner off. Of course, this guy didn't do that, so I don't know how that would have turned out exactly. So here I am. I got top damage. Actually, tied for top kills. 2nd place guy, that kill that he got with the Hellburner, the guy in 2nd place, put him on the same number of kills than me, but I did more damage to him. Kill stealing does not always win the day. Though arguably I did steal a kill there at the beginning. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, just, don't forget to hit the buttons. And share, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video, and I'll be back in just a few minutes with a stream. So if you're on my channel, maybe you can check that out. Once again, thank you, and I am Anti-Pirate, signing off.